So wonderful. Well, welcome everybody. I will let everybody, if you would like to unmute and say where you're calling in from, we would love to hear it.
Hi, from Sweden.
Hey, Sweden.
Hi from Norway.
And Norway.
Hi from Kelowna, British Columbia.
Hello.
From Pia from Sweden.
Jutta from Denmark.
Prague, Czech Republic.
Welcome.
Hello from Denmark.
Hi from Washington.
Hi
Hello
from
from
Ontario.
Hello,
Hello.
from Macedonia.
Macedonia, welcome.
Hello from
Washington
Croatia.
State.
Toronto and Croatia, heard you both. Welcome, welcome.
Where is
Washington.
online?
From the United States.
US.
Montana.
Hi from Arizona.
Welcome.
I'm from the Netherlands.
Welcome to you too.
Wyoming.
Minnesota.
Wyoming and Minnesota, heard you both. Welcome.
Washington.
Washington.
So hi from Vienna, Austria.
Vienna, welcome.
Kosi, Dubai.
Oh, Dubai.
New York.
Hi from Mississippi.
Welcome to you too.
The Woodlands, Texas.
Oh, Woodlands, hello.
Hi from North Bay, Ontario.
Ontario, I see a Toronto in the chat. Nebraska in the chat.
New York.
New York, North Carolina, Latvia,
Mexico City.
Mexico City. I know that voice. Hello, darling. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I think we are getting most everybody in here and looking forward to today. I am going to mute everybody because we don't want to have any background noise here, but I'm excited for today. So every week we work at greeting everybody in our Zinzino family. So many of us partners are excited about the future and where we're going. So hello to each and every one of you, wherever you're calling in from. And, you know, every time we do these, we're looking at who we can have come on to do either a training or hear their story. And every time I hear this speaker, I don't know how he can keep getting better and better. He is the guy who both has so much knowledge about how to build this, so much passion about how to help train in this, but he's also got such heart. He's probably one of the most well-known partners of Zinzino. He has built other businesses, so he has a knowledge of that, but has ended up with Zinzino for very specific reasons. He wants to grow this big. And even though he has one, besides the founders, the highest title of Zinzino, he still is one of those people that is the most passionate and growing in each and every area of his life. He is father and husband and one of the greatest leaders that I know. Not only that, when I've been at events and if I didn't have some of my upline there or other team members, he's just adopts you. He just takes you in and says, well, come and sit with us. And that just shows his heart on how he really wants to leave the legacy. And I think that's what he's training all of us in, is how we can build this. So most of the time people say, okay, what do we need to do to build this big? Well, today is the day. So if you know you want to build this big, or if somebody in your team wants to build this big, he comes in and just tells you exactly what you need to do and is such a good trainer in it. And not just that, when you are done, you're just like, I gotta go. I gotta do this, because he's so inspirational and motivational. So let's bring him on here. our global president, Marco Passanante. Hey, Marco.
Hey, Carla. Hey. Thank you for everything you do for everybody here, right? Every week you take your time, you lead this call, and it gives so much value to people here. So first of all, thank you for that, Carla.
Oh, thank you, darling. But you are also a leader in that way. We've both at some point been that heart of Zinzino. And I think that's one of the characteristics of a Zinzino partner is that when somebody's having success, we can root them on because we know that our success is helping other people also have success, right? So we are one big team. Your success and you're building in the United States here, and that doesn't make you like a competition to me because all the things that you're doing is helping my team by creating that Zinzino culture, creating that one team spirit of we're going to build this together, and everybody on here is on that same mission, getting to that 100 million customers.
Awesome. Yeah, let's see if we can bring some value today.
Absolutely. Now, you've hit global president, and actually, when I first posted you, I know I posted elite president. You're like, Carla, I've already hit that next title. I'm like, yeah, that's a downfall of reusing pictures. But I think I actually had that exact thing happen last time. Marco, you have had so much momentum in your team. It's so much growth in that. And we know that the speed of the team is the speed of the leader, right? Your vision and what you want to do with this is just huge. I know our founders have that. We just had Orion on here, I think it was last week or the week before. But your vision of what you really want to do is so much about helping your team and helping others. And actually, you're coming on here. We're not in the same team. We are in separate teams. And then you're saying yes. And every time I've asked you, you've said yes to come on here to do training for everybody too. So same spirit. Here we go. So what is it that people would need to know? We've got a lot of new people, a lot of other companies that we've acquired. What would you say they all need to do? We all want to be global president. Everybody on here would say, we want to grow anyway. We want to hit those next levels. What would you say we need to be doing?
I mean, a couple of things. So what I'm going to share today, Carla, is a little about how you can take charge, about taking charge of your business. Because there's many new people here. At the end of the day, no matter if you're in Zinzino, if you're previous Body Pro, It Works, whatever company, at the end of the day, wherever you are, there you are. So wherever you go, there you are. So at the end of the day, you are the project. If you're struggling in Zinzino, because of you. If you struggle in the past and you come here, it's not going to be a much easier ride. Just a reality, Carla. And you know me, right? I love people. I want to help people, but I believe in always staying authentic and telling it how it is. If people are willing to pay the price, fine. I'm here to give value. I'm here to help you maybe make a decision maybe the decision that you want to go to the next level, first of all, and then we're going to give you a couple of steps of things that really helped me. But I can tell you one thing. I grew up with a single mother, a bartender, and growing up, we never had money. We never had these things. So when I was 20 years old, I was lucky enough, this is 22 years ago, 22 and a half years ago almost, I saw network marketing. I went to an event, and I have to say that event changed the direction of my life. It was the first time I was introduced to entrepreneurship, leadership, personal development. And I met a guy at that event who introduced me to a guy who became my mentor. So because at 20 years old, I got a mentor. I had somebody who became that special somebody to me, who gave me the right books, who told me that I could do big things in life, and you can do big things in life, but there is a if. There's a big if. If you're willing to pay the price, if you can stay consistent, if you can keep going when you don't feel like it, if you keep going, if you can stay consistent. Because I believe we're all born to win. We have inside of us what it takes to win. The problem is we're often conditioned to lose. And if we look at taking charge, step one in taking charge is vision. Let's put it from a different perspective. Step one is actually be able to ask with clarity, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? If you look in the future, how do you want to show up? How do you want people to remember you? How do you want to, what impact do you want to give? Who do you want to be? From every aspect of life. What kind of parent, friend, wife, husband do you want to be? Because when you create clarity in who you want to be, you can do number two in that. I mean, still within number one. Number one is the vision, right? Who do you want to be? So who do you want to be? When you can ask yourself under that, what you're doing today, is that really going to create that person? Because if you know who you want to be, and you have clarity in that, you can start prioritizing different every day. At the end of the day, sitting watching Netflix many hours a day, I mean, if you don't want anything more than you have today, you can be casual about it. You can be chilled. You can watch TV, sit there in the sofa watching other people work. Great, do that. It's your life. Remember, there's no right or wrong here. But if you want to be more than you have today, you probably have to change something. For some things to change, for the things to change, you have to change. And it starts with your daily decisions about knowing where I want to be, what is my habits, is it taking me in the right direction? Small steps every day. So what needs to happen for you to get closer to that? When I was 20 years old, I was involved in network marketing for 2 years. Then I was out. Then at 24, my best friend shot himself. And that period, when I went through that period, I started asking different kind of questions. Kind of like, what's the meaning of life? I was not happy. I was playing soccer every day. I was working for a big newspaper every day. I was not happy. I had no passion. I had no real purpose in that. Just showing up at work, doing what I need to do. And all of a sudden, I started asking different questions. And also started figuring out that what I share sometimes is like, okay, I cannot always decide how long I will live, but every day I can make a decision about how much I will live. And I'm going to make better decisions because who do I want to be? I want to be, number one, I want to be happy. Number two, I didn't have kids, but I wrote down I want to be a role model for my kids. And I want freedom, financial freedom. And I made a decision. Soccer was my passion. My friends was watching too much soccer, me too. Playing a lot of soccer and then watching grown-up men getting paid to play strangers on TV, and I was kind of cheering when they were winning. It's strangers. They won't even say hi to me if I meet them in the city, and I'm sitting cheering when strangers are winning. So I just told myself, I'm going to give up that, because actually my first mentor, you know what he told me? That planted seeds. He said, Marco, aren't you tired of sitting in your sofa and cheering when other people are winning? Isn't it time you go out and win in your life instead? And take that time and invest that smarter? And that planted seeds. I'm like, yeah. And who do I want to be? For me, it was I want to be much more than I am living at the moment. This is January 2009. So then I have to change certain things. So the vision was crystal clear that I'm going to win here. I'm going to pay the price. I don't care what it takes, because the direction I was heading at 25 would never take me towards happiness, would never take me towards the freedom I wanted, would never take me towards the incomes I wanted, the lifestyle I wanted. I would never get there. I would never.
You know, Marco, just that you had somebody who had that for you. I mean, I'm thinking what a gift that was to begin with. And I think, having a mentor like that that says you can be whatever you want to be, you need to know where you need to go. It was a huge gift at an early age for you. And there's people on here that probably don't even have that kind of support at their age. I mean, I'm 57, and I don't know if I've had anybody just having that influence on me in that same way. But I think, you know, you say things like that at all of your speeches, telling people that they can do whatever.
But you
and
know
that
what the problem is, Carla? When you say you never had that in the past, you know what problem is for most people? They don't pay attention, so they miss it. They miss it when they have it. Why? Because that mentor will maybe put some pressure on you. And now instead of embracing it and realizing that enemies, the people let you settle, the real friends is the people who challenge you to grow and become more. So what happens, Carla? In the beginning, when he he was imposing certain behaviors based on, I said I wanted big things, right? I would never impose certain behaviors and stuff on people who don't say they want big things. But Carla, what happens here is you say you want it. I mean, not you, but many say they want it. Then they get the right person there, but that person will make you feel uncomfortable. And most people, they run away then. Oh, you know, this is nothing for me. They put this kind of pressure on, you know, you have to this and campaigns and this and that. And because that's a chicken little in you that are speaking. And you let that person dictate your next moves. Because it's uncomfortable, Carla. It's uncomfortable. It's fear. It's fear. It's fear. It's lack of, you know, self-worthiness issues. It's a mix of fear. It's a mix of we have been, you know, disappointed in the past. We tried something and then we got disappointed and now we're afraid to try again. What if I don't succeed? So we overanalyze. So it's a mix of fear. It's previous, you know, of course, again, that's back to fear because it's fear that I will end up disappointed again. And I'd rather live with hope a couple of years, see the light in the tunnel and fail than be bitter directly and just cut it off. So they miss it, Carl. They miss it. Most people, they miss it when I have that person.
And I think you're hitting it on the nail too, in regards to some things in Cincinnati are uncomfortable and people think that they're going to do this being comfortable the whole time. And sometimes
life is uncomfortable, Carla. Life is uncomfortable.
Absolutely. And
at moments, right?
But they and then they don't really define what they want to be and how they want to be, or they don't believe they can be that. And like you said, they could be whatever they want to be if they dare believe that they can, and then just don't give up and be uncomfortable on the way to get there. That's powerful.
Definitely. But because he pushed me, I can tell you in the beginning, he was so uncomfortable. So sometimes I actually hated this guy. I'm like, who is this guy who thinks he talked to me like this? Who is that? But I was the chicken little in me responding, right? It's like, but you know, 2 years later, I'm like, after I grew a little more, I'm like, wow. He was miles ahead of me. So he saw things from this different perspective, which this insecure young man who never did anything serious outside of the soccer, I couldn't see it, right? I was not there yet. Like a puzzle, right? Or a ladder of escalation when it comes to information, right? A, B, C, D. He was pushing me as I was a D, but I didn't have the B and C. So I was an A, so I couldn't really see I couldn't connect the dots. So I think people should learn to, for example, Carla, when I signed up the night January 2009, I told him, I want financial freedom. I talked about big things. And he's like, I mean, big things back then was $10,000 a month. That was big things back then for me, right? With my little mindset. But he said, okay, then you have to be at the next event. I just spent $1,000 on the starter kit. And he said, you have to be at the next event. I'm like, okay, so you have to meet the owners. You have to, okay, when is it? In 3 weeks. I'm like, okay, yeah, where is it? And we're sitting in Sweden. He's like, in Las Vegas. I'm like, Las Vegas? Don't you have something in space as well? Well, I mean, it's in 3 weeks. I have the job, I have the soccer. I cannot just go. And he said, up to you. I'm going because I'm going to achieve big things. And he said, if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. If not, you're going to be like most people. You'll find excuses. Up to you. It's your future. See, this is kind of conversations he had with me. So he challenged me.
But these are good, and people don't realize how important. It's only people who love you that are going to challenge you this way, that really want you to grow, to get you that uncomfortable, because we know how important it is, those events, and everybody should go. And there are so many people that still make those excuses for not going to the major events. We've got an event coming here in the United States for all of North America, you need to be in Houston on the 5th and 6th, and we know that. You can already get your ticket for the annual event. If people are gonna, I mean, and I know you're at every one of them.
I'm the first one buy the ticket. It's a competition, me and some of my leaders. When you launch it, like Rich, you work with me from my Swedish leader. So he's like, texted me, I bought it. Did you? He beat me with a couple of minutes. It's like, it's painful because I want to lead by example. A leader points the direction, shows the way, goes the way, and then give clarity in directions, and then I hold them accountable to what they promised themselves, right? And then how are you showing up every day? You're training your team every day.
And you said you have grown so much because now that we see you as a global president, a lot of people can't picture you when you talk about yourself as an being insecure and scared of contacting people. But that has changed, but it's all because of where you wanted to be. It's
Carla, contacting people, still uncomfortable. I don't like it. I mean, I do it regularly. I sign up people regularly because I come from perspective. I can help people. I'm doing them a favor, showing them Zinzino. But it's so uncomfortable for me because I know also reaching out to people. It's not about being an influencer because we see people who just influence and post video. Their business always collapse. I'm talking about really real relationship, having quality conversations. It's uncomfortable for me still. It is, Carla. But I want the end result.
So do you see this? I mean, you're talking about all the personal development and building yourself up to build, the Zinzino business. You've done other businesses. Is that the same no matter what business or what success or whatever you're doing? Is that the same? Or does Zinzino have things that are a little bit different that people should be doing in Zinzino?
I mean,
Or is
building a business, for example, my wife, my better half, she has a master in marketing. She worked at Google. Then she had her own startup, an AI coaching app, a startup. She had her startup. She worked 3 years for free, first of all. But after 6 months or a couple of months, she's like, she came to me. She's like, Marco, this is like building Zinzino. Every day, all I have to do is chase potential investors and potential clients. That's all I have to do all day. And I just said, welcome to entrepreneurship, honey.
So it's probably the same whether it's a direct sales business or anywhere. Everywhere you're gonna have to adjust and learn something and grow. But you've done other companies. Did you push just as hard in those companies to what is the same about things or what is different Zinzino wise?
Again, when I say wherever you go, there you are. My first company where I had success is same skills, same mindset. So that's where I grew the mindset, and I actually left that company doing well. My second company, I was doing well when I resigned. I didn't believe in the long-term visions of these companies. So I left 3 companies doing well. It never collapsed on me, Carla. Why? Because if you become really good at the skills, you're willing to talk to enough people, you're willing to keep growing yourself, and then you lead with character, integrity, and honesty so you don't burn the bridges. It's the same in one way. The only difference is that Zinzino is the only company that after a few years was better than it was the first months. The other companies, they sell you something, say what you want to hear, it was amazing. After half a year, you see behind the curtains what's really going on. Zinzino is the opposite. And for people, you're new in Zinzino. I know they acquired some companies here and there, and some of you are from those companies. First of all, congratulations that you even have the chance to be in this company. You have no clue how good this is behind the curtains from an operational standpoint. Örjan and Hilda are genuine, amazing people, not only leaders, people, human beings as well. Dag, the CEO, how these companies run. What a company. You're so lucky that you even stumbled across this and you didn't even choose it. You just stumbled in there. Congratulations, first of all. You can plant a flag and be part of a journey towards the billions of billions a year and be part of the company so early at the 300 million a year. So number one, vision, Carla. Being clear. I would recommend everybody to ask yourself, who do you want to be? And then see if your daily decisions match that. Like soccer was a passion. I was saying that, Carla, when you dive in. I said, I'm going to give up soccer until I have freedom. I'm not going to sit in the sofa watching sports on TV anymore. And then in the future, I can have season tickets. That's my favorite games. I can fly to whatever country every second week if I want to, when I have the time and money freedom. So I gave up my biggest passion for a while to start living more and chasing my dreams. So number one,
That's powerful. That's powerful. Now that's also commitment of saying, I want this, so I'm going to do this to get there. That's
Your
that.
commitment has to match your level of dreams, goals, aspirations, or else you're just fooling yourself.
Okay, so now if people have their goals, they know what they want to be. Now, developing themselves is a big thing because you can't have a big business without leading a team, and you can't lead a team without having that character and that integrity, as you said. But then there's the work, and you've been mentioning the habits. Can you go into what is the work that it takes? What is the discipline in the work
Step
that it
two,
takes?
step two. After the vision is number one for everybody, step two is leading yourself. High levels of accountability.
High level of accountability. So know where you want to go, and hold yourself to the accountability of what you set towards your goals. So
Yes.
tell us what you do. What are your habits? What are the things that the amount of meetings or what are you doing habit wise? I mean, I see some of your videos that, you're in the, because you are disciplined in every area of your life and where you're at in your family and physically you are at that gym. You are set in discipline in so many areas. What is your habits that you would suggest the rest of us are doing to get to global president?
Clarity is number one, right? Back to it all starts there. Who do you want to be? And you said it. I have good habits in every aspect of my life. Why? I asked myself, who do you want to be in business? Who do you want to be in health? My vision board has a 96-year-old woman doing yoga. I want to be a 96-year-old woman. I mean, I can never be a 96-year-old woman, but I mean, I want to be as this woman when I'm 96, as flexible, agile, Then I have to make different choices. I want to be 96-year-old clear in my head. You don't walk like this when you're older because you grow old. You walk like this because you don't take care of yourself. When you lose, I mean, when I read about muscle mass, when you lose muscle mass, your body starts to deteriorate. So now I have to make sure I'm doing something to build the muscle mass, right? Stuff like that. So I'm planning long term. I'm seeing who I want to be in the future, and then go backwards and see to be that older person. Same every day. I'm hungry. What do you put in your body? If you come to my home, there's no sugar and stuff in my home. Why? Study what it does to your body. Study what kind of cells flourish a little piece of sugar. It's stuff like that, right? So I'm intentional, Carla. So now start with the end in mind. I can go backwards and start creating the habits. So my habits is created the day before. I write down to-do list, to do tomorrow. And I write down what to do and I do a box. Next day comes, I have my box. And I become like a maniac on these boxes because empty boxes, painful. I need to fill these boxes before I can relax. So it's having clarity in what you need to do. So for me, it's certain habits. I wake up, I do, everything from some gratitude stuff to sending a mental blessing to somebody, to go down. My breakfast is a Cinzino shake with avocado, chia seeds, dates, and some stuff. That's my breakfast every day. And then I do some reading, get to work and a little time with my family. And so it's like I have those habits done, but you have to be intentional in every area. And of course, you'll always be out of balance, Carla. People are like, oh, how do I live more balanced life? I mean, I stopped thinking about balance because I think you're out of balance in some area always. Like right now, because I live in Dubai and Iran is sending missiles daily. We were there for 21 days hearing missiles, and then we got a baby. He's 8 weeks now. So the first weeks he was in war. And I'm like, okay, let's get out of here. Now we're in Europe. So I'm out of balance right now because I create a setup, Carla, to create the life. We have a house, we have a maid, nanny. We don't have to lift a finger. The chef, they fix the food, everything. So I have a setup. So my wife is taken care of. I can work hard, and then I can go to the gym. I can spend a little time with the family. Now I'm sitting here in Sweden. I'm in my bedroom of my wife's where she grew up. I'm sitting here now. We have no maid anymore. We're not that two kids. So right now I'm out of balance. I believe you're out of balance in certain areas. There's certain you want to lift your business. Maybe family life is a little out of balance for next 90 days if you're going to a 90-day run. So I think, Carla, it's the mindset that In coachings, people often ask me, Marco, how do you stay motivated every day? I'm like, I don't. I stopped looking for motivation a long time ago because when I was looking for it, I just lost motivation even more because I couldn't find motivation most days. Just the facts. Then I have to go back to why am I doing this? Who do I want to be? What do I want to create? Go back to the vision, go back to my vision board and remind myself. And at the end of the day, our work, how tough is it? Maybe you sit in 10, 15, 20 meetings a day. How tough is this? Sharing from my heart. Talking to you guys now. I'm just sharing from my heart. Some of you like what I say. Some of you don't like. I don't care. I'm just here being authentic, sharing what has worked for me. Right? Sitting in meetings.
Because when you're saying, staying motivated, you gave that up because a lot of people think that they need to, they need to feel motivated to even start building or continue building. And if they don't have that motivation, they don't do anything. They go back to the sofa.
Yep.
And you don't even need that motivation. I really like that because that's going to be powerful to a lot of people. So for everybody who's thinking, yeah, I don't feel motivated. Marco doesn't feel motivated, but he does it anyway.
Same as the gym. Since I stopped playing soccer, I hate the gym, but I get it done. Great feeling after, but I don't get. So number 2 is leading yourself, right? High levels of accountability. So I would say to everybody here, if you want to take yourself in the business to a much higher level than I have today, commitment needs to increase. And you need to create and chase your calendar every day. This is what I do, Carla. I chase my calendar every day. Look at my calendar. If it's not packed, let's chase that calendar down. I need to pack it with meetings. I need to pack it. How do I pack it? Reach out to people. Reach out to people I'm driving. Book meetings with some people in the team. Just pack the calendar with meetings. Because the meetings is what will... More meetings means more money. More meetings means more credits. More meetings means more customers. More meetings means more partners. So I'm chasing it every day. I have to go out and create the action. Create and chase daily. So
because if you're not chasing, things can go down too, right? You don't have that same, if you don't have the action, if you're just doing the personal development, you're only rowing one side of your boat. You're going to end up going in circles.
Yep.
You need to do both.
100%. And then at the end of the day, if you are negative, if you're very negative as a person, you find negative twist to anything. Maybe somebody says, I don't like the chase. Then don't. But for me, I chose what chase mean for me. Chase, I love chasing. When I played football, chasing the ball. I love chasing. The chase is amazing. What else shall I do with my life? Watch TV? Chase series? Chase the next episode? You're chasing there as well. Might as well chase something that brings something positive to my future, to my children's future. So, but again, you can be casual about this if you don't want more.
It just hit me, Marco. There was a definition, a guy who studied happiness, and he said that the definition of happiness was the joy you feel when you're chasing your goals. So you need to have goals first. And when you do that, I mean, everything you're doing is filling in your calendar is actually to get you to your goal, to your vision. And that's why your vision, when yours is as clear as yours was from age 20, you've been running after that. And actually it also fulfills that happiness feeling because it's fun when you're helping others. It's fun when you're on your way to get your goals. And I think if anybody is thinking it's not always fun, well, it's fun, maybe not what you're doing or getting a no here and there, but on your way to your goal, now that is fun because we can feel your motivation, Marco. We can feel that you are passionate about helping others, that you enjoy that even when it's not as fun, there's still a passion about everything that you're doing. You're passionate about it.
It's about the people, right? If you're too narcissistic, you lose motivation the most. I was coached by John C. Maxwell 12 years ago. I was in Costa Rica with Maxwell, a monthly call with John C. And he said one thing is that egotistical leaders is the one who lose motivation the most. Because always about me, me, me. But leaders who focus on others, there's always that needing somebody. There's always that new person that needs to make it happen, that wants to make it happen. So if you put the focus on others, it never gets boring. I mean, even if I made 7 figures last year, results not typical, results might vary, I'm still working harder than ever. Why? Because I'm just passionate with helping people grow, develop. Just like I told you, Passion comes, my friend who shot himself, passion for you, purpose often comes from something that pricked your heart. And because I went through that pain, I want to help people grow, develop, believe in themselves. And I see people who want go to a job, no passion, just watch TV series. People I know, that's the most unhappy people I meet. So, I mean, I'm chasing them out of the sofa. That's what I want to do for them. Not for me. I don't need them. It's for them.
I think that's powerful too, because yeah, as when you get to those president levels, now you're averaging that seven-figure income again, depending on your business.
Results not typical. Results might vary.
You made me laugh out loud when you said that.
Little disclaimer, not making income claims here, right? It's just facts.
Disclaimer, we got it. We got the disclaimer on there. But
again, Carla, you can hear here. I'm not saying, oh, you can get rich here. Start Zinzino, get rich. No. I always say you can win bigger. You can make seven figures if you're willing to pay the price. The higher you want to go, the bigger the price. You don't get something for nothing in life.
But you're just, and as you said, it's all, you're like just starting. We have just got going. So, everybody, the vision of where this can go, we know Zinzino is growing. We're going to be growing 100 times by the time we get to our 100 million goal there. I mean, we're just going to be rounding our first million here. So we know it's going to be growing incredibly, and everybody can build it if they're willing to do what you just said. They're willing to do the personal development, to the vision, to being committed to that, and then doing the work. But all of this, Marco, just takes the discipline, and it just takes the time, the work, the commitment. And I think, like you've said too, you're always learning, you're always learning, you're always growing. And I think that's going to be a forever thing, right?
100%. I mean, growth, goal, there's a deadline. Growth, it's a never-ending journey. I'm just curious. Let's just keep going. Let's just see. I mean, what else should I do in my life than growing? Let's just keep growing, doing meetings every day, sharing from my heart, see how I can serve people, help people grow, develop, and win. And one day, if you do that long enough, you become really good at this. Because I'm nothing special. And I always say, you think the gap at global president and silver, the gap is smaller than you think. Trust me, I'm a global president. I know. The gap is smaller than you think. Just takes a lot of work over time.
Yeah, I figured out, being ambassador, that going from ambassador to president's doubling the credits. I'm like, okay, well, I've gotten this far. You start to believe that, okay, well, I have a lot of people who can double in the team. I know there's a lot of goals out there, and it motivates me to help them get there. It's like, okay, let's find out where people are and help them get to their goals. But again, it takes that they are willing to set their vision, set their plan, be committed to growing both in the personal development and in doing the work. So what would you, well, actually, I know you've got, are things that people need to do to take responsibility for their own success. So they need to have their own visions of where they want to be, who they want to be. Maybe we need to go through those so we can get them written down exactly in order.
Absolutely, because step 3 in this, 1 was the vision, right? Who do you want to be? 2 was leading yourself and high levels of accountability. 3, the skill sets. How good are you at the basic skills? 1, how good are you at them? Number 2, are you doing them enough? And I can tell you one thing, dry pipeline equals terrible posture. Are you opening enough conversations daily? Are you talking to people? Are you always growing the list? So you don't feel needy and desperate when you talk to people. If you talk to one every 3rd week, of course, you're not going to express the same feeling because the posture is not there to be attractive enough for high caliber people.
Okay, what would you say are the skill sets that you maybe train on, or that you are telling people?
I have 6 daily habits. 6 daily habits I do, and the people who focus on these 6 daily habits over time, they see progress. And those 6 habits is invite, present, follow up. That's 1, 2, 3. Invite, present, follow up. Yeah, I've nobody to invite. No, but if you want the bad enough, find somebody. Online, offline, there's people everywhere. So invite, present, follow up. That's 1, 2, 3. Number 4, who am I running? Who am I driving? Who am I helping to win right now? Meaning somebody has a goal. We're booking meetings together. I do the steps with them. This is why I create many leaders, because I do the steps with them. I'm not just trusting an educational platform online. Oh, watch these 22 videos and do nothing. Videos is just to make me more effective, but I will still do the steps with you, invite with you, present with you, launch your new partners with you. I do everything with you that I want you to do without me. Invite, present, follow up. I do them with you. Number 4, who am I running right now? Number 5, promoting next event. Number 6, everyday personal development. What are you reading, listening to every day? Invite, present, follow up. 1, 2, 3. Number 4, who am I running, helping right now? Number 4, if you have nobody helping right now running, go back to 1, 2, 3. Eventually get somebody for number 4.
There is a big thing on number 5, because it's not just yourself getting there, but it needs to be, and I've heard this, that you can actually tell your title by how many people you have at events. People need to realize how important the events are for themselves. And I've had people say, well, I've been to so many events, I don't have anything more to learn. Then I see that there's a stunt. There's a reason people aren't growing. Because, I've done this for 16 years. I know you've done this for many years. We're always going to be learning something. We're always going to be growing. Every event, people should be at every event possible. I've said I really am somebody who wants to get to every event possible, whether it's international or local. I try to get to as many as I can, and sometimes travel I can't make it always work. And I miss an event. I feel like I've lost something if I'm not at an event. I know haven't been at all of the Danish events I can. I have an amazing Danish team, and it just hurts me if I'm not there because I'm missing out. Because I love the energy, the motivation, the inspiration you get, but there's a lot of training, and we all need to learn at every event. So you should always have the next event, and every partner in your team, we want to get to these events. So maybe that's something you can say. What do you do to promote the events?
First of all, I'm not announcing event. Oh, we have an event then. No, I promote the event. I sell them on the value. You said you want to go here, non-negotiable. You need to be at the event. Like my first mentor told me, it's 3 weeks. It's in Las Vegas. I just spent $1,000 on the starter kit. And he said, you want it bad enough, you find a way. I told him on the spot, okay, can you borrow me half the flight ticket? And I give you that back when I get my salary next month. In Sweden, we get monthly salaries, not weekly like in US. And he's like, yeah, I can do that. I said, can you ask somebody if I can share the hotel room with them? And I give them next month as well. Then I had to call my mother and borrow money from her to go to Las Vegas 5 days. I went to Las Vegas 5 days. I had $180 in my pocket. I was hungry. I wanted it. But the thing is, I had a job. I went to the boss today. I said, I have to go to Vegas in 3 weeks. They're like, sorry, you can't go. Your vacation is in July because we have no edition in July. I said, I have to go. You can't go. I will go. You can't go. I went to his boss. I am going. Finally, they agreed. Then the soccer practice at the night. Exhibition games start pre-season in Sweden then. And I told the coach that weekend, to them I said, I started a business. I have to go to Las Vegas for education. He's like, you can't go. If you go, you risk to be the second choice goalkeeper, be on the bench in the whole season. I said, I'll take that risk. I'm going, so you know.
Wow, that was commitment.
Either you want it or not. And because of that event, Carla, I would say that's a big reason why I'm here today. What I saw there, the feeling I got. So.
Wow, that's important. I hope everybody heard that. Go to the event. If you're ever in question, should I go to an event? Answer is yes.
Carla, I still need events. I need an event. In March started with 28th of February. We got 137 missiles in one day, 300 drones above the house. After 3 weeks in war, like hearing missiles daily, I thought, oh, I need an event. I checked, where is an event? And I had a chance to go spend some time with Patrick Bet-David in Miami. And I'm like, I bought the ticket, very expensive. I buy the ticket. I told her, I need to go. I need an event now because I need to get my mind right after these things that I couldn't control, that took so much energy. I need an event. It's like almost an ambulance, like call 911. I need an event right now. Send me a helicopter, ambulance, take me to an event now. I still need events. And if you pay attention, there's small details. The drama is in the details. The moment you think you got it, you just lost it. So I'm still looking for those small things that marginal gains, right? Marginal gains.
That's powerful. I don't know if you realize how powerful that is. There was so much in there of the commitment and going to the events of what you get out of it, and to know how important it is that you probably wouldn't have been here. I think that is powerful.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
missed Bali, right? I missed Bali because I couldn't fly because we were bombarded and I couldn't, I mean, and our newborn doesn't have a passport. I couldn't leave my family being attacked by missiles, and I fly to Bali, leaving my family there. So I had to fly to Spain, to our home in Spain, drop off the family, and then fly through Portugal to Miami.
Wow. Oh, Marco, that's powerful. Okay, so now we're at skill sets, and we have, I mean, people are going to always get better, and that's one reason you go to events, because all of these, even the invite, the present, and the follow-up, is stuff that you're always going to get better at. And I know, is there any of those things that we need to talk about to enforce what people need to know in those?
No, I think people need to understand the value of your business is looking in your team today. How many people do you have that are good at inviting, good at presenting, good at launching people correctly? That's the value of a team. That combination, inviters, presenters, launchers, and your relationship with these people.
The relationship is a powerful thing. Now I know that, and that's something that you really work on with your group. So number 4 on there of who are you running with? How do you know? I mean, you've got a huge team. And just to tell people, what is your T balance of customer and partners?
Is it 136,000 now? Active autoships? I think it's 136,000.
Respect, 136,000. So how do you know who you're going to be running with? Who do you know how to and how many people are you able to concentrate on in your for you personally?
I mean, from the beginning, when I had a small team, of course, I created with my leaders a weekly call where they come on and share their numbers, presentation for the week, the goals for the week, wins, losses for the week, so I can control it. And of course, they start growing, and now you have to kick them out a little, where they have to run there, duplicate what I'm doing with them with a few people, and then you grow leaders that are in the again, inviters, presenters, good at launching new people. How many do I have? So I always want to have 4 lines chasing me, meaning if I educate 4 people, now they become independent and I'm spending little time with them, they drive the business, the problem stops with them. If 2 of them get independent, now I want to recruit 2 people I'm racing right now, and I want greenies. Greenies is, if you look at my team, if you look at my top 20 leaders, mostly organically built people with no experience that are winning. That's the long term. I know some people with experience that have success like I had in the past. Oh, I'm just going to talk to experienced people. Good luck, Chuck. We're going to see what happens. When I keep growing the next 2 decades, you're going to sit there and look and we're frustrated. Why all these people, no loyalty, nothing. Building greenies. Are you willing to educate new people? Really drive those invite, present, follow up with new people, always grow new people. Then you can build a never-ending business. How many greenies per year can you educate that can go out and do it without you? But now driving their team after a while.
And that's exciting because, like I said, we're just getting started. So keep building, keep building. There's so much happening. Okay. Is there any other things that we need to be doing to take responsibility for our own success?
Number 4, we talked about vision. We talked about leading yourself, high level accountability, skill sets. 3. Number 4, strategies as well. Are using the system, use the infrastructure, use the system. It's not about you. It's tapping them in, plugging them into a system. If you don't have an upline to have weekly calls and stuff, I would create weekly calls. I have a weekly call where people come in, and then if different language stuff, I kick them out to do their own team calls. So there is team call for all the newbies, greenies that comes in, so they can plug into something. And then number 4, strategies, under strategies as well, is look at numbers. I mean, you can create a predictable business if you drive it with numbers, meaning, or example, if I know I have to present to 2 potential customers to get a customer, I have to present to 20 people to get my 10 customers. If I have to present to 5 people that are invited correctly to get a distributor, partner, talking to 5 people to get one. I want 5. I just have to talk to 25. So I have a code to go diamond. So when people ask me, Carla, how quick can I go diamond? My answer is 19 days after you did 5, 15, 75.
Okay, you're going to need to explain that one. I'm writing it down.
5, 15, 75. That means to build an empire, you need 5 right people. If I want to drive 5 people or work with 5 people who have always minimum 4, right? 4 lines chasing me. But a new person, find my 5 people who has a weekly plan, running the play, following the system. To get my 5, I have to recruit 15. Because no matter how good you are at launching new partners, 1 out of 3 on average won't do anything anyway. They sign up, and even if you do the right thing, they won't drive it. 1 out of 3 won't do anything. 1 out of 3, maybe tomorrow, maybe never, who knows, sometimes. Now, and then 1 out of 3 on average, if the variable is if you launch them correctly, you drive them. 1 out of 3 will run the play. So I need to get my 5, I need 5 times 3. I need to sponsor, recruit 15 people. To recruit 15, I need to present to 5 to recruit 1, right? So to get my 15, it's 15 times 5, right? It's 75. And now, Carla, when you start, we can make a plan. After you did your 75 first one, we can take you to diamond in 90 days. If you do 10 a day, we do it in 8 days. If you do it 1 a week, it's going to take 75 weeks to lay that foundation. 5 a week, we can do it in 15 weeks. And then from there, 90 days. So in 6, 7 months, we can get there. But unfortunately, in network marketing, most people do 1 a month. Now it's going to take you 75 months, 6 years to lay the foundation. So 5, 15, 75.
I love that. I love that. Somebody's asking a question here, and I think it's kind of good. Hi, Fernanda. Do you have a minimum number of customers each partner should have in terms of importance? How much time do you dedicate to showing product versus like business and duplication?
I mean, we want to go. I mean, what do we do? Brand new. What do we do? 10-2, 10-2, 10-2. 2 partners on Ultimate and 10 customers. That's step 1, right? 10-2. What do we do? 10-2. Because now they hit silver. We duplicated 2, get 2. They did the fast starts. They made $2,850 on average. So it's the 10-2, right? So we know 20 potential customers. And the customers often do groups on a Zoom where they have 6, 7, or maybe 2 times 10. Probably invite 13 on each to get the 10 there, or 14. 30, 40% won't show up. So invite maybe 25 to 30 on 2 different times and do those 2. And often we can get 5 to 10 customers on average there. And remember, it's products, not personal customers, right? So if it's the health protocol, 1 counts as 3.
Mhm.
So that's what we are. 10-2. What do we do? 10-2. Simple, right? It's ABC. We have a 1-pager, launch people, simple steps, and 10-2. What do we do? 10-2. And that's easy to duplicate. And then number 5, I would say we talked about those steps, and 4 was the strategies. Number 5 is becoming good at leading others, holding others accountable. Becoming good, one of the most important skills to learn eventually is to how can I empower people, push them in a positive way based on their goals, and raise the energy and raise the belief. And often through stories. And of course, nothing can replace the events doing that. You save so much time. But going into an event, you come into the Houston event, you should come into the Houston event with a packed schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for you and everybody in the team. A lot of people leave the event and go into event coma. No strategies and no plans. Should be a packed schedule, leaving that, because if you already have meetings in the schedule after, you can use the energy. So again, leading others is give clear instructions and clear expectations, and then hold people accountable to what they promised themselves.
Hold people accountable to what they promised themselves. Because that way you're not pushing. I hear so many people saying, I don't want to push my partners. I don't want to push. You're not
You have
pushing.
to push them, Carla. If they say they want big things, you have to push them. This is the problem. We have leaders who are not leading their people. You have to confront people respectfully. You said you wanted this. Carla, you said you want to create this freedom for your family. We said your minimum target every week is 10. You did 3 last week. Carla, so I know how I can, because one, how important is this freedom for your family? You said you want to get out of this job so you can beat off your family. How important is that? Yeah, it is important. Then we have to change something. Just so I know how I should invest my time from here and how I can lead you. Do you want to lower your goals or raise your activity? What do you want to do, Carla?
And
Because there is a if.
that out of love. You're doing that out of love. That makes sense. It's not pushing, it's loving them enough.
You're pushing them away if you're not pushing them. I mean, now I'm saying if they have big goals, because too many people here, they don't dare to confront the people. That's why they can't lead people. And now you're pushing people out because there's no clear instructions, there's nothing. And now they quit after half a year because they're not seeing progress.
Love it. Love this. Okay. There's so much in here. Marco, I think everybody, if they're just following this. Okay, so we're going vision, leading yourself, the skill sets, the strategies, and then becoming good.
Leading others. So empowering them, help them see, use stories to see, help them believe bigger. At the end of the day, a leader is somebody who gets people to do what they normally wouldn't do, right? So it's about influencing people. And influence people, it's sales. Parenting is sales. Can you sell your values to your kids? Can you sell? Because sell is influencing people through communication. This is a skill everybody should learn, Carla. Communication. Be a better communicator.
Be a
Because
better
leading others is selling them on their vision, selling them on, believing in Cinzino more, selling them that it's possible, selling them on the right habits, selling them on the events. But it starts with selling yourself, on you, selling Cinzino to yourself. And for me, selling is just, communicate, influence through communication, but also just highlighting the advantages and possibilities, and then we focus on that and do what we need to do. And 6 is daily small steps, the right habits. Every day, chase it and create it. Small daily steps over the next 5 to 10 years.
And
you'll see
that's a
tremendous
powerful thing
progress.
too, because it's not something that you're going to say, people who just signed up, people who came from other companies, people who are brand new here. You're just saying the daily small steps, 5 to 10 years. It is not a short period of time. People have to realize that this is
That's a very short. I think 5 to 10 years, very short amount of time, Carla. People, I mean, I talk to, this is last year, I think probably a couple of months ago, talked to one guy. He's like 50 something, and he didn't even have $1,000 to start a kit. Imagine being 50 years old, you don't even have $1,000. And just asked him, how long have you had a job? He's like, I started at 15, or I think he said 15 or 16. Okay, so you've been working 35 years, you don't even have $1,000? I'm very happy we are talking right now because something needs to change, right? You worked 35 years, you don't even have $1,000? I can help you change your life here in 2 to 3 years, easy. You put 35 years here, give me 3 to 5 years here. How many hours a day did you put at the job? Yeah, with commuting, everything, more than 10 hours a day. Yeah. Here, with 10 hours a week, we can help you in the next 1 to 2 years, probably, if we work together to increase the income you have today. If you're willing to invest what you put there a day per week here, again, selling the process, selling the possibilities.
And the daily small steps.
It's not harder than that, Carla. The hard thing is just get this thing up here, right? Because when you win here, you win in life. Learning to control it and do it no matter if you feel like it or not. And that's why sports people are good. Patrick Bet-David, I was there with him, he said he loved working with sports people. If you did 4 years of sport in your teenage at quite high level sport, they have the mindset. They had a coach rubbed off the ego. They had a coach who helped them overcome one of the most important factors, not to be too sensitive, because they got direct feedback. They get that. They take instructions, because if you play a sports, you play American football, and the coach said, we're going to run in preseason, we're going to run here for 28 minutes. It's not like you can say, I don't feel like it today, I'm not going to do it. No, you just suck it up and get it done.
I like that. Powerful. Yeah, and we do it. And here you know what you need to do. If you follow these steps, and we're at 6 step with the daily habits, and just work on these. And none of these are hard. None of these are some of them might be uncomfortable, but none of this is hard. Everybody can do what you
And
just
do
talked.
it with less pressure. My last thing is, Carla, if you say, if I would lead you and you say I'm going to do 10 a week and the goal is to be diamond that month, and we do 10 a week presentations and you didn't hit it, I tell you, that's a successful month. You did what you said you're going to do. Self-esteem is killed by not honoring the words to yourself. So just do your best, stick to it, and start serving from the heart. If some will like whatever you do, some will like it, some won't like it. Whatever you believe in, some people will believe in it and some won't. If you believe in God, there's people who don't believe in God. If you don't believe in God, there's people who believe in God. Let people have their beliefs, whatever that is. I'm not going to try to convert you. I show you a better way. If you don't like it, fine, don't do it. Oh, I don't want to do a test for my health. Don't do the test for your health. That's fine. I'm not chasing people. So learn to do it where it's a positive pull and not a negative push full of anxiety.
Love it. You are just so inspirational. You can feel that passion. Okay, last question. I know we're going a little bit over time. What is the last thing to say? I want to know, what is your goals for the future? Where do you see Zinzino? Where do you see you here for the future?
I mean,
What's
Zinzino, what
you excited about?
just keep doing what I'm doing, serving people, helping people grow and win. Zinzino, they want to be the biggest preventative health company in the world and to go to tens of billions by 2050. I think it's a big chance they will do it. Meaning, there's no limits to what you can create here. There is really no limits. And also in an industry where Zinzino is so transparent. First of all, product-wise, we're testing. We're not guessing. Most there, you're just selling products to sell products, right? It's just one amongst many discussing with people. I don't think I need supplement, and you're going to convince them based on what it says on a bottle. We're testing. Zinzino, publicly traded. We're profitable, debt-free, money in the bank. We're going to be here. Now you see companies, they change the model, this, that. No wonder they're leaking money. Also, pandemic. I mean, you see many also the mergers Zinzino's done. I mean, if I look at it, too many just people would think they're gonna do spammy pammy, automate everything online. I haven't seen people win long term that way. They forget to build relationships. Great to find people, but you have to cement a relationship. Still work to do. Build a relationship. Talk to people. Old is new. And this is what some of the biggest coaches, I want to talk to them. They say, all those people who just did that way, they can attract a lot of people quick, but they can't retain the people. And these companies just build it that way. We see them now. There's not the glue is not there, real relationships, not the quality, because the skills is lacking. Oh, I don't want to talk to people. Just going to send a video, never talk to people. Good luck, Chuck. We're going to see how that goes long term. Let me know. I followed many of the last 6 years because I had these discussions with, I know, having been a top leader in 3 companies in the past, I know a lot of top leaders in other companies, and I followed them. We had these discussions 5 years ago when they will automate everything and they said it never grew so quick. I said, let's look how I'm only interested how it works 5 years from now. Let's talk in 5 years. Unfortunately, most of those companies are out of business now.
Wow.
And then they blame the industry. Oh, it's the industry, it doesn't work, it has changed. Oh, AI. If you don't want to be replaced by AI, don't act like AI.
That was a good one.
AI can never replace that real relationship, heart to heart, inviting together, presenting together. That's like people who was in the military. They say that when you come out of there, you are in battle together or something. I've never been, so I don't know. But they said it's something special. You have this bond. Where is the bond by me sending a video? There is no bond. So people leave quick for money, but they stay for real friendship.
I love it. I say people will quit Zinzino, but they never quit family. So when you build that culture and build the family, you've got people sticking with you. Marco, you are, I mean, there's a reason you're global president and we can feel it through the screen.
The only reason I keep going, I keep growing and I keep going and I focus on other people. That's it. And then I leave with character integrity. When people get to know me, they still stay there because they know there's no shady stuff. Shady people, they don't like me. And that's okay.
Love that. We are So grateful to have you on here. We are so grateful for your knowledge. I'm going to let everybody unmute. Thank you, Marco, for taking the time to
Thank
be
you
here.
for everything you do, Carla. Thank you for taking the time and fixing this for everybody. I hope nobody takes this for granted, what you're doing for them and giving this value every week.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you, Marco.
Yes, gracias. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your
Danke. Tack ska du
Bye-bye.
ha.
Thank you,
Marcos.
Marcos.
Congratulations
on your new baby.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you.